You can't say the dumbest thing ever and then put "I logically deduce this" in front of it and pretend like it makes sense. I feel like we should celebrate because I don't feel like we got a good chance to do that. So first, that's right, guys. If you can believe it. That's right. Get banned, bozo. Oh. I just know all the Asmongold chuds are like, well, what about Hasan? Hasan is still unbanned. Hasan was banned. Oh, why are you happy for his ban? Because he's a loser? Next question. I can't tell if this chatter is actually trolling or not. I can't tell. I genuinely can't tell. Perma? Twitch doesn't do perma. Twitch is like, the only time Twitch ever has done like a perma on a large streamer was Dr. Disrespect. He's gonna spend time with his girlfriend, question mark? No, the girlfriend only appears when there's a stream to be had. Next question. No stream, no girlfriend. Wormy. The wormy is here. It's in the contract. Wormy. Oh my god, look at how cute she looks. Oh my god, Wormy did it again. Oh my god. So cute. All right. So I'm sure many of you guys are wondering, what was it that got him banned? How are you different as a loser than he is? Do you want to try English? Do you want to try English? For one, my chatters can actually type. That would be the biggest indicator that the streamer is or is not a loser. So first off, if you want to try typing in sentences that make sense, you can go ahead and do that. Euro cuck. Your English should be better if you're a Euro cuck, by the way. So you have no excuse. Congrats, you can type. How much of a loser you are. Are you good, bro? Is that just you saying no you? You want to try like periods or like commas at any point? No? No? All right, that's okay. And that's a good thing. What is the good thing? Oh, he's typing to someone else. He's typing to... He responded to a different chatter that said, "This is going to blow your mind. The US has destroyed every communist country." And he said, "And that's a good thing." Oh, Christ almighty, dude. It's okay, little buddy. It's okay, little buddy. Why do you change his color like 3 times? Stop. Stop changing your color to avoid my ire. How much of a loser you are, I am! Oh, shut the fuck up. Anyways, I have to say, by the way, the most funny thing to me is anytime Asmongold gets banned or gets any, like, reprimanding from Twitch, the people who are like, yeah, well, why isn't why isn't Hasan getting banned? Why? And it's like, listen, man, I'm just gonna tell you, you're delusional if you think Asmon and Hasan are 2 sides of the same coin and you think they're exactly the same level of extremism on both sides, when one of them associates with political candidates who actually win and the other one doesn't. The other one gets reposted by the world's biggest loser on the planet, Elon Musk. The guy who was so uncool they wouldn't take his money on Mile Island. Person who helps get people elected, or person who is only liked by the guy who has no friends with all the money in the world. These are the same. Yes, I am very smart. Asmon's biggest fear is basic hygiene and brown people. Well, brown people tell him he's supposed to wash his legs, which is white phobic if you think about it, you know? If you guys thought about it. How the hell can someone be too creepy for Epstein is beyond me, but Elon did that? Well, I don't even think it was that Elon was too creepy. I think he just has no swag, and that's why they didn't want him at the island. They were like, he started hitting the Fortnite emotes, and they were like, "Are you Fortnite emoting in real life? Did you just jump to make an X with your body? You're ruining the vibes, man. You like, look at my chainsaw. Rah. I mean, if you think about it, me, like many other people, don't want annoying people around. So I think it was that. I think that was the problem. But he made comedy legal again. Ah. Twitter is bad for your brain. Not unless you use it the way that I use it. Like a zoo. Wormy. Wormy. My 5 cats send all their love to little Wormy. 5 cats is crazy. But I respect it. I don't have the heart in me to do that. Anyway, so you got banned for this. Yes? Sometimes she just looks at me. I don't know what she's trying to tell me, but sometimes she just looks at me. Do you want to just sit on my lap this time like a normal cat? Or do you insist on sitting on my arm? Come on, just think about it. You could just sit in the lap and my arms can be free. Oh, you want to knead. Okay, she has to knead on the blanket. All right, anyways, let's go. The caption says, Asmongold thinks undocumented children crossing the border illegally with their parents should be fair game to shoot. This emotional blackmail, well, you can't shoot these people. Why is the word shoot being censored? The only thing you can't write on Twitter is cis. I'd shoot whoever. If it's kids, women, men, anybody, they gonna stop coming over. Is there even a gun that Asmon can shoot where the recoil wouldn't literally disintegrate his body immediately? Maybe like a 22 or something? Like, I feel like when your arms are made out of jello like that, any gun, maybe outside of like a 22 and a BB gun, the kickback, super soaker. Are you Austin phobia? You are a sick, ableist piece of shit. You know he can't be around water. You know he's scared of water. All right, that's why he doesn't shower, and that's why he refuses to drink it. Okay? Fantasizing about killing people and then calling other people too emotional is insane. Anyways, let's watch. Wait, it's just like, I don't know how else to explain this other than you can only think this if the world to you is very simple and problems are never complicated in any way. Which means all of the solutions must be super simple, like kill the brown children. That's gonna solve the problems.
Is shoot them, problem solved? That's what I would do. That's what I think they should. I think they should just fucking shoot them. Like, I've said this before. Like, I know that it might sound like, oh, well, you shouldn't do that. I have no sympathy for doing that, and I would do that in a second. Because it's the right thing to do in the long term. You can never look at
the right thing to do in the long term. Guys, you don't understand. This guy knows what the right thing to do is. In
a very, very isolated incident, you could say, and there's always this is emotional blackmail, right? Well, you can't shoot these people. They have kids with them. Well, then don't bring your kids. If you don't want to get shot, then don't bring your fucking kids. It's really simple. You mean you'd shoot adults and deport the kids, right? Well, I'd shoot whoever. Yeah,
guy who doesn't understand why people leave their countries. Just leave. Hey, you're trying to move to a different country to build a better life? Obviously, you would leave your children. It's not like you would want your children to have a better life too. Hello, dumbass.
Shoot whoever. I mean, if it's kids, women, men, anybody, just shoot them. They're going to stop coming over. Because if you don't do that, they'll use children and women as shields to get themselves over. And then they'll put more women and children at risk because they know that they can use them as collateral so they can get more of themselves over. That's the way it works.
By the way, the self-report on talking about, like, IDF strategies. It must be a human shield strategy.
The way an animal thinks, and these people are animals. They're savages. Absolute fucking savages. Hamas tactics, terrorists.
Describing other people as savages when you just said I would shoot children is hilarious. It's just so funny to me, dude.
Of course, you don't want to do that. Doesn't mean you want to do it, but you have to do what you need to do in order to enforce your borders, man. Like, that's the way it is. People are too emotional to see that. Yeah, I mean,
Talking about people's emotions when you're describing a concept that is so fucking brain dead. I can't. Yeah, well, I have to shoot these people to enforce this thing that I made up for my particular purposes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
like, again, like it's you can't make decisions that way. And I understand the way that I talk about this might be a little bit extreme. It might be a little bit unemotional. I wish we had more people like me.
Unemotional. And it's describing one of the most emotional responses you can have. By the way, thinking you need to go and shoot the people crossing the border when the vast majority of people that come into this country are coming in through legal entry. It's the same thing with drugs, by the way. Talking about it in the most emotional way instead of actually trying to solve the problem is in fact emotional.
I do. I wish we had more, because we got too many pussies that are too worried about the optics of something rather than the reality of it. The reality of it is that
No one here is concerned about optics. People here are concerned with the fact that that's not good policy. He didn't say to shoot legal immigrants, though. Smartest Asmongold fan.
that if you allow people to use kids as a shield to come over, they're going to use kids as a shield to come over. And that's going to cause a net increase of child exploitation.
The reason that we don't shoot immigrants is not, in fact, because they have children with them. It's because crossing the border is a civil offense, and you don't want cops that are, or ICE agents or border crossing officials that are judge, jury, and executioner.
A net increase of child suffering. And it's better to just say nobody can come over and shoot anybody than try to create winning solutions for these people so they can take advantage of them by
winning solutions. This guy thinks that if you bring a kid, that's it. You magically get into the States. The border crossing official says, no entry. Oh, a child? Please write this way.
They're exploiting those groups of people that you think you don't want to shoot. That's just how it is. You say you shoot kids? Yeah.
Yes, the parents who want a better life for themselves and their children are exploiting their children by bringing them to try and get a better life for their children.
Yeah, no, that's I mean obviously that's what I said, right? I mean, like that's clearly like I mean that's like I don't know why why would you repeat it to me as if I didn't say it? That's literally exactly what I said. That's the reasoning for it. That's my logic. That's exactly what I would do.
My logic, and it's just like the deranged music of a psychopath.
And I wouldn't even have any question for it. Come on, well, I'm gonna pull one more up. Keep the kids, deport their families? What do you think the kids do? The kids grow up and they resent you for supporting their families to turn to
Hamas terror babies.
terrorists. No. You present a very specific scenario, just shooting into a crowd, and now there happen to be kids too? Of course, because that's the reality. Because if you have kids in the crowd, then kids are going to get killed in the crowd. Then you're going to use the emotional weight of the kids getting killed in the crowd as a justification to not shoot the crowds. But you think that shooting the crowds is the correct option?
No, actually, no. See, the problem is that Asmongold and conservatives like Asmongold aren't actually capable of finding solutions that are preventative. All of their solutions are reactive. So their response to homeless people is, let's put all the homeless people in the prisons and the homeless melting machine, instead of, oh, well, why don't we tackle the root issues that consistently keep making people homeless? Other nations seem to have cracked down on homelessness by actually addressing the material conditions of people who are about to be homeless so that people aren't on the street for days or weeks or months. And if we had a housing first policy, so homeless people weren't homeless for days or weeks or months, or years, we wouldn't have a bunch of homeless people that we needed to arrest, that we needed to call emergency services for, that we needed to then waste taxpayer dollars on. And it's the exact same thing with immigration. If you have preventative solutions for immigration, like just as one quick idea, not destabilizing every single South American country, that would be a good start, by the way. You wouldn't have to solve the problem of people immigrating into the country. Or if you had actual legal pathways that were easy to obtain, so we could give people who wanted to enter the country with asylum seeking status, give them green cards or visas or whatever, you wouldn't have a bunch of people trying to cross the border, and you wouldn't have to deal with like the hypothetical universe where you have to shoot into a crowd of people.
Which means that you would be okay taking the risk of killing the kid.
Smartest Asmongold fan. We send billions in aid to Africa every year. What are you on about? I said South America. Did you hear me? You know that those are different continents. Take your time. Yeah. I know they look really same thing. We still send aid to them. Famously, we send aid to Cuba, guys. Famously. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. You can come into a room of thousands of people and admit you don't know anything. It's all good, buddy. We sent aid to Venezuela. Yes, we sent aid in the way that we let me check my notes here. Bombed a bunch of fishing boats. Captured their leader. Okay. And then took over all of their oil. Yep, that sounds like sending aid to me. That sounds like aid to me. What's that? Oh, we should have firebombed them. Dude, correct. Yep,
Which means that killing the kids is somehow acceptable, which means that doing that is not a big deal, and you'd be okay with it as well. You're ignoring how the sausage is made because you don't want to feel bad about the outcome.
See, the problem with people like Asmongold is that all of their positions start at a mischaracterization of their opponent's position, and then they work backwards from that. So all of the trains of thoughts stem from, well, it must be that my opponents are irrational, and the only reason they do anything is because they just have too much empathy. Rather than trying to actually figure out why people are against the, I don't know, shooting into crowds idea. It's like literally all of it's going backwards from, no, my opponents must just have, what's this dumbass vice signaling statement? It's like not critical empathy. What is it? Suicidal empathy. They start at the position, Asmongold and a bunch of other totally apolitical content creators start at the, well, all of my opponents must have suicidal empathy because some other idiot told me that, so it must be true. So now that we have this premise that I invented with no backing, other than 5 anecdotes, that means my position is correct. It's like, I mean, I guess if you strawman all of your opponents and never consider whether or not a different policy would be better, yeah, sure. Go for it, buddy.
But the reality is that any way that you logically deduce this reality, you will immediately come out with bad behavior.
What?
You understand?
Anytime you logically deduce, what the? Is he attempting to suggest that giving border control or ICE agents the authority to shoot into crowds is a good logically deduced idea? You can't say the dumbest thing ever and then put "I logically deduce this" in front of it and pretend like it makes sense. Me when I want to spend all of my money on Pokemon cards. Don't worry, I logically deduced that this is the best thing to do. Me trying to convince my landlord that I should be allowed to have 10 cats. Don't worry, I logically deduced this. You see?
You just create a human shield defense? Of course. All I'm saying is don't.
The human shield defense doesn't work when so this is the problem with straw manning. The opposition, and in fact, sorry, both sides have the opinions that they do about adults and children. Like the dumb racists who pretend to be, quote, pragmatic, they're fine with murdering adults. They don't give a shit about murdering the adults, and they don't give a shit about murdering the children. And the people that are on the other side also don't want the adults to be murdered, just like they don't want the children to be murdered. Like, it's just so nonsensical.
Pull the kids aside and shoot them if you had a choice? I don't think they should pull them aside. No one wants to feel bad about the outcome. Well, of course, I mean, like, yeah, actually, I don't care about feeling bad about the outcome at all. I care about feeling bad about that I did the wrong thing. This is the kind of guy that falls hook, line, and sinker for the Hamas propaganda because he can't see past kids. It's so sad, man.
Hamas propaganda. Meanwhile, all of the UN reports that we have show that Israelis and IDF members are the ones that are using the human shields, by the way. There's an entire, not that like these people are smart enough to ever watch like an Abby Martin video, but there's an entire Abby Martin piece on and debunking the entirety of the human shield narrative and showing that all of the third-party investigations have shown that it is, in fact, the IDF that has used human shields over and over and over again. So the only person falling for Hamas propaganda, aka propaganda against the people of Palestine, is actually people like Asmongold and dumb fucks like that.
It's honestly so sad the amount of people that are emotionally captured by this.
Emotionally captured by, checks note, not firing into a crowd. See, what people like Asmongold and other conservatives don't understand, sorry, excuse me, apolitical people. Let me put on my apolitical hat, and it's a MAGA hat. Don't understand is that I'm still, and everyone is still against the murdering of random adults. Like, the children being there doesn't fundamentally change the equation. Mass slaughtering adults at the border is also bad. This guy watches the zombie movies where they don't let someone in and that person dies and is like, yeah, that was based to do. See? Yeah. Having no empathy is the right thing to do every time. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. And then it turns out that guy is like a massive piece of shit. It's like, oh, okay, what a shocker. What a shocker. But this is the reason why the term like being, or sorry, this is why I hate the term pragmatic. Why I refuse to call myself pragmatic, and it's because these are the only freaks that also call themselves pragmatic. I logically deduced that I should hide my zombie bite. Oh, Christ almighty. Yeah, the guy who doesn't want to let anyone else in is also the guy who got bit by the zombie. Well, the funny thing too is in all of these like apocalyptic universes, it's always the guy who is the most likely to hide his zombie bite is also the guy who is the most likely to not let anyone else into the colony and is also the guy that eventually destroys the colony he, quote, set out to protect. Because when you are not leading with empathy, when you are not leading with policy that actually improves people's lives, you cannot build a good world. Like you can't build that. Like it's just not possible. All right, let me see this. What could this context have possibly been, by the way? The full context of this. This account, dude. I love this account so much. As a super fan of Asmon for over a decade, this is one thing I cannot support. 5-minute clip chimp ain't a good defense. No, I mean, this isn't even remotely clip chimped. I'm saying, like, what possible, like, video could he have been watching to make him think that this was the most base thing he could have said ever? Emotional blackmail, or, you know, just believing it's wrong to shoot children. The emotional blackmail of not wanting to shoot children. Oh, Christ. Christ almighty, man. Yeah. Whoa, no way. People didn't like that. Shocking. Good for Twitch. Good for Twitch. Twitch should ban him for longer. Listen, I got banned for a month for hummus. Okay? I just feel like this should be a little bit longer. You guys ever get banned for a month for hummus?